In a small West African fishing village called Konkoni, where people live in harmony with the river that runs through their land. However, when a local girl named Kolechi mysteriously vanishes near the riverbank at night, whispers spread through the village that she may have been taken by Mermaid, a water spirit feared and respected by the locals. The elders speak of Mermaid, the mythical African mermaid, who is said to lure people into the water when offended. Villagers believe that recent disruptions to the river ecosystem, illegal fishing, waste dumping, have angered Mermaid, bringing a curse upon the village. Kolechi's family, desperate and torn with grief, seeks the help of a spiritual guide, Popende, who has had past encounters with Mermaid. Kolechi's older brother, John, is determined to find his sister and refuses to believe in the supernatural. John is a skeptical, ambitious young man who left the village for the city but returned when his sister went missing. With the help of his cousin, Zoe, a resourceful young woman who knows the river's secrets, John begins his own investigation, questioning villagers and uncovering eerie evidence of Mermaid's wrath. Popende tells John and Zoe that they must perform a ritual offering to appease Mermaid and gain her permission to venture into her domain. John reluctantly agrees, and they follow Popende's instructions, bringing offerings of coins, perfumes, and incense to the river at midnight. Suddenly, they are engulfed in an unnatural mist, and a strange melody fills the air, luring them into a trance-like state. As they follow the call, John catches a glimpse of a beautiful, otherworldly woman with piercing eyes and an intricate necklace made of shells and jewels. She glides through the water, vanishing as quickly as she appeared. This fleeting sight of Mermaid fills him with both fear and wonder, marking the start of a psychological transformation as he confronts the power of the spirit realm. John, Zoe, and Popende soon find themselves in Mermaid's underwater kingdom, a surreal, dreamlike realm where the river spirits dwell. They witness haunting visions of other villages taken by Mermaid, each trapped in a watery stasis as if frozen in time. The spirits warn John to respect the river, saying Mermaid seeks vengeance for humanity's greed and negligence toward nature. The team attempts to leave the underwater world, but the mermaid's magic is powerful. They must solve riddles given by the river spirits, who demand that they confront their own flaws, John's skepticism, Zoe's hesitation, and Popende's hidden regrets. After a harrowing series of challenges, they escape, but not without a warning: Mermaid's curse will linger until her demands are met. Back in the village, strange and terrifying events unfold. The river turns murky and foul, fish die by the thousands, and villagers who disrespect the river begin falling ill. A haunting melody can be heard at night, and those who hear it are lured toward the water's edge, risking possession or worse. John realizes that Mermaid's wrath extends beyond his sister's disappearance. It is a warning to all who exploit nature. He begins to question his own relationship with the land, recognizing the disconnection between his modern, city life and his ancestral ties to the village and river. John learns that only a descendant of mermaid seers, people who possess knowledge of the ancient ways, can appease the spirit. They find an elderly seer named Oma, who agrees to guide them but warns that the price may be heavy. She reveals a ritual that requires the spirit of sacrifice, meaning that only one among them can offer up their life in exchange for the village's safety. The ritual involves crafting a totem, blessed with blood, tears, and river clay, which they must place at the deepest point of the river. John volunteers to make the sacrifice, but Oma warns that once he enters Mermaid's domain, he may be unable to return. In a heartbreaking twist, Zoe steps forward, offering herself instead, believing it's her destiny to save her people. In a haunting final sequence, Zoe encounters the mermaid, who appears as both beautiful and terrifying, adorned in ceremonial garb with an aura of power. Mermaid commends Zoe's courage but demands proof of her sincerity. Zoe must pass through a symbolic journey of remembrance, revisiting moments where she failed to appreciate the river's gifts before offering her spirit to the water. The next morning, the river is clear, fish return, and the curse lifts from the village. Zay's absence is felt deeply, but her memory is celebrated with a ceremony at the riverbank. The villagers promise to honor and protect the river, performing rituals to ensure Mermaid's continued blessing. Though the village is at peace, rumors spread across nearby towns of eerie sightings and strange disappearances in other rivers. Mermaid's message has extended beyond Conconi, reminding all who hear it of the power that lies beneath the water. John, now deeply changed, begins recording these stories, hoping that by sharing them, he can help others avoid the wrath of Mermaid. John's story becomes a viral sensation, and with it, sightings of Mommy Water increase. Audiences across the world become fascinated by the legend, but whispers suggest that those who watch the recordings too intently or disregard the warnings find themselves drawn to rivers, lakes, and oceans as if called by Mermaid herself. The curse has spread, transcending time and distance.